Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Mac here, Doom Eternal 100% walkthrough. We now can move on to Mission 13, which has this little mandatory cutscene to start off the mission, where you will get on to the Mecha Dragon. As soon as we gain control here, we'll open up our menu, and there are a couple of mission challenges you may want to keep your eye on. There's one for 5 perfect dodges, super easy, and then one for chasing and destroying 2 Hellfighters. Also pretty easy, but I'll pin them just for simplicity's sake. You'll be able to exit out of the bay, and immediately in front of you and slightly to your left, you will find a Hell ship, or a Hell cruiser, I guess this one's called because it's the big one. Just get a couple perfect dodges in and then take it out, and as soon as you do that, you may need a couple more perfect dodges. You can get your perfect dodges pretty much immediately done if you want, but as soon as you take out that carrier ship, you can then proceed a little bit more to the left, and around the corner you will be able to find another ship where you'll be able to probably finish off your 5 perfect dodges. The way the game works is you can't really do damage unless you get a perfect dodge, so this challenge is basically unmissable. Now, once you take out the second Hell carrier here, there will be also like a tentacle arm that is behind it on the wall, and it's kind of wrapped around one of the towers. So we're going to take out both of the Hell carriers and the little tentacle arm to get ourselves a decent start here at the mission. Now, as soon as the tentacle arm is taken care of, you may have a mission marker here where there will be a optional area you can land at. And at this area, we'll be able to get one of our bosses here where we're able to get a demonic essence upgrade. Now, I'll show you where on the map I am. I will be working on my weapon mastery as well. So keeping in mind that I'm working towards my cycler weapon mastery, as well as my shredder, which I still have left over. For the cycler, all you really want to do is just lay into the enemies, and as you do, they'll basically get charged. And then if you kill that enemy with like a melee or with your cycler, the charge will arc from enemy to enemy, and as it arcs from enemy to enemy, you'll do damage and get progress towards the cycler mastery. This is a morale boss, so take out all of the enemies around before defeating the boss. The demonic essence upgrade we'll grab here is for the Reaver ammo, and we'll skip out. We can do a quick loop around the arena to grab our health and armor before we use our shield charge to exit out. As soon as we leave, our dragon will catch us, and I believe a hell cruiser or a hell ship or whatever. These small ships, one of them will spawn basically directly in front of us. So as soon as you regain control of the dragon here, use your left stick to basically sprint and start chasing it. You can try to cut some of these corners in order to catch it more quickly, but for this one, I think it's just going to end up doing circles at the end of the path if you don't get it on your first try here. There's a little bit of a weird wall that I got caught in between as it shifted from like left to right, but just keep pursuing this until you get the progress for blowing it up. That is one of our mission challenges. As you reach this inner area, you will have one of these kind of opened tentacles that will shoot at you. You'll want to do a couple of perfect dodges to take it out, and then that will be 2 out of our 3 tentacle weak spots. As soon as you take out the tentacle, another Hellfighter will spawn directly in front of you, so go ahead and give chase and destroy that to get the Veteran Pursuer mission challenge just out of the way, and then we can worry about just finishing the mission off. Once that Hellfighter is done, by the way, there will be more later, you can basically go to the kind of center of the map, follow the mission marker, and go down into this pit. As you come down into this pit, you will be working towards our last tentacle arm. But as we reach the bottom, there will be a few more Hellfighter ships, which we can give chase to and take out if we want. You don't have to take them out, but they do lead you to the kind of direction you want to end up going, as they basically are going to lead us directly to the tentacle arm. With our final tentacle arm taken care of, all we need to do is close our final portal. Here we also have the mission challenges done, and the only other thing we need to do is defeat one more kind of boss. There will be 2 more little Hellfighters that spawn here. You can give chase, or you can pretty much just ignore them and finish the mission if you prefer. They do kind of guide you in the proper direction, so it's not a terrible idea to just quickly give them a follow. In some missions, they do drop gold. I don't believe this is one of those missions, though. Our final mission objective is at the very top of the tower in the very middle of the map. There will be this kind of giant squid type enemy that likes to sit up here. Give it a quick dodge if you can to get your weapon empowered and take it out. It usually requires 2 dodges in order to get done. And once you do that, it should drop the shield at the very top of the tower. Once the shield is dropped, you can land here, and this pretty much begins the process of closing out the mission. There'll be a ton of enemies here. Most importantly for us is a leader with a morale boosted bar. So we're going to have to take out all of the little enemies around the leader to break the shield and disable the shield via the morale. I'm still working on my cycler weapon mastery here. So I'm basically just going to be using this weapon to arc as much electricity between enemies to do damage at least 500 enemies. I won't be able to complete this weapon mastery in this mission, but you can make very decent progress. And then the next mission has 2 Wraith Stones, so if we could get a couple of weapon masteries done, we can start working on a couple later on as well. Taking out the leader Revenant will despawn all of the other enemies. You will earn a demonic essence upgrade to our maximum armor, which is now 110, and that'll shoot you directly into a cutscene that ends off the level and then puts you into the chapter select chapter complete screen, where you should see your 100. This is a pretty easy, pretty short level. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Peace.